don't need these vibes. We were never your stereotype. You never hold us down, never turn us around. We got diamond eyes, we are fire burning in the night. We're the brave ones, we're gonna rise above.
Welcome to Inspired Women Amazing Lives podcast, where we seek to thrive, flourish, and celebrate amazing women. Kimberly Wiggins here, and we are hosting inspired women who are sharing their lives and stories so that other women may know that the journey to your amazing life is definitely within reach. We are here every week to share resources and information that will help you along the journey to being that inspired woman leading an amazing life. Remember to like and comment, and most definitely share these episodes with another woman that you admire and one who truly inspires you, or simply share with someone you would like to inspire. Enjoy!
Gonna shed these chains, gonna spread our wings. We're gonna break free. We're the stars of the sea, we can finally breathe. Gonna shed these chains, gonna spread our wings.
Good morning and welcome to Inspired Women Amazing Lives podcast. And I have a special treat for you today. For those of you who are not familiar with our podcast, this is a podcast where we help to empower women to live their best lives and become the best version of themselves. And what I have for you today is someone who's going to talk to us about something we should all be focused on, and that's our health. I have today with me Miss Rachel Still. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, how are you all doing? I'm glad to be here.
Yes. And let me give you a little background about Rachel. She is a mind and body coach. And she helps women, mothers in particularly, strive and survive during their lifestyle changes by helping them to embrace health and fitness with abundance. She says it's not a one-size-fits-all, and it's about taking small steps to smart, lasting change. I love that because, Rachel, that is so true. So welcome.
Thank you for that introduction. I feel like sometimes we are so busy in our own lives that we forget that it's not about like the next best workout or the next best diet or it's really about taking small steps to smart lasting change that is really going to create the lifestyle that you want to live with ease, grace, and happiness. I believe it's really about finding a lifestyle that's going to give you that abundance of like love in your body, and finding the right movement that's going to feed your heart and soul. And I believe in all that because I am the living proof, because I had to figure out, I was on so many diets out there, and I used to work out a lot at the gym, and I really had to find out what my body and how my body wanted to move, and how the lifestyle I wanted to live, because it's not one size fits all. I feel like everyone's lifestyles are completely different, and how you run your household and how you live your life. And I feel like sometimes we forget to put ourselves first because we are so used to putting others before ourselves, and then eventually we are filling our glass with lots of emptiness. Our glass is empty, I should say, and we are depleted, and we forget about ourselves and what we truly need, so we can provide our families what they need. If we don't take care of ourselves, who's going to take care of us?
Absolutely. Very good. Very good. I love it. Now, Rachel, you said that you're living proof of this. So tell us a little bit about your story. What started you on this journey and got you to this place?
Okay. I'm going to give you guys a short version because otherwise we'll be here probably for a long time. So what my story started was at a very young age, I had an eating disorder, which was anorexia, which is I didn't have a positive relationship with food. I was afraid to eat because I was afraid I was going to get fat. In my mind and my thoughts in my mind were, I'm going to have to be fat. I can't eat this. Literally I started at a young age. I was already critical of my body, things I didn't like about myself. And listen, I was young. So therefore I went through the stages of anorexia where I didn't eat. I lost a lot of weight. My body was eating itself to survive. That's what happens when you don't eat. Your body needs to survive. So therefore it will start to take from your own body. So my body was eating itself just to be able to function, not knowing that I was actually creating my body to be ill inside. And after I went down, I think I was like 90 pounds or 89 pounds when I realized I have a disease in my mind, because it is a disease in the mind, because you're consistently worrying about what you're eating, how you're, what if that's going to be. I thought an apple was going to cause me to be fat. So that's how uneducated I was in my relationship with food. I would exercise 2 hours without eating. That's not good either. So I was really, really taxing my body a lot, and my body was probably not very happy with me, but I got super sick. And therefore, as a young mother, because I was a teen mom as well, I remember my son coming to me and saying, "Mommy," he goes, "Are you sick? Because I can see your ribs."
Oh, wow.
And I said to him, "No, I'm not sick." And then I realized after I looked at myself in the mirror, I said, "I am sick. I am a teen mom." Being a teen mom, that's another episode, but being a young mom and then having an eating disorder is really difficult, because when your little one tells you you look too skinny, you are sick, and I think he was 2 or 3 at the time, and I was just like, oh my God, I didn't realize that a 2 or 3-year-old could look at me and say that I was sick, and I didn't even see it. So I got the help I needed. However, I did get the help, but it never, ever changed the mindset. I still had that belief that I was fat. I still had the belief that I was, so therefore, guess what happened? It my eating disorder trickled into my diet disorders that I lived for so long in my life. I took diet pills. I still worked out 2 hours. I went from one extreme to another extreme, and I never learned the positive relationship with food and why we need food and why food is important. And so I was still on that whole diet roller coaster that I did for so many, many years. And what it did, it just taxed my body so much that I lose the weight, I gain the weight. I lose the weight, I gain the weight. This might sound like you lose the weight, you gain the weight, but it didn't teach me how to live a healthy, abundant lifestyle that I can live, instead of me following some other plan, a diet plan or a fad shake diet. And it didn't teach me nothing. All it was teaching me was, okay, well, that diet's over, so now what do I do? Do I go do that diet again, or do I go on the next best thing? And exercise too. I was always doing those HIIT classes or really working my body out, and I realized I was not losing the weight is because I was putting more stress on my body than it needed. So therefore it was keeping the weight on, and the more stress you have is more inflammation in your body, which I've learned. And I was just really not loving my body the way it's supposed to be loved. It's not just about eating healthy to lose weight. It's about really eating healthy to keep your body functioning at its ultimate best. It's at a cellular level. I could go on forever, but I don't have much time. So it's really about just finding the right foods
Mm-hmm.
The right movement, not exercise. I don't like to call it exercise. I like to call it movement, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is finding the right movement that's going to feed your heart and soul. That's going to, I mean, when you find the right movement of your choice, how your body wants to move, not because it's the next best thing or what everyone else is doing. It's not one size fits all. So you may not enjoy that. If it brings you happiness inside your soul and it brings happiness inside your heart, then everything else will start to align, because then you'll start making healthier choices, because guess what? You want that energy. I eat for energy. I don't eat to lose weight. I eat to energy. So I only eat what my body needs, and then I have the energy to do what I need to do and show up in my life the way I want to show up in my life and live the lifestyle that's going to give me what I want, I mean, what I desire. And that's just not living on a diet plan that gives me strict restrictions. I get to enjoy life. I get to bake with my son. We bake healthy cookies so I can eat them. It's really about learning how to eat, when to eat. It's all about all those things. And in that process, in the whole eating disorder, at the age of, I think, 35 or 36, I stopped the diet disorder that I lived. And now I researched, I became a mind and body coach, which really stands for lifestyle, health, and fitness coach. And I really decided that I really need to take the step into really understanding food, have a better relationship with food, and knowing that food is not my enemy, knowing food is supposed to be for nutrition and nutrients and feeding my body the right way so I can live an abundant life.
Yes. Okay. So that's what brought you here to this journey. So you mentioned the fact that you are a mind and body coach. So if you could just tell us a little bit about what makes a mind and body coach different from a really just a health coach or a personal fitness coach.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, the mind stands for lifestyle and health coach, and the body stands for movement and fitness coach. And what makes me different is that I approach it in more of a helping women, mothers like yourself out there, really embrace your health with abundance, but really truly find how you want to move your body, really get to know who you are as a person, and not just, I really want to step in to find out who you are as a person and what your needs and desires are that you desire and want to have in your life. Because I feel like every one of us deserves a healthy, happy lifestyle, but doing it gracefully, and it has to be easy, and it has to create a lot of happiness in your own life. And because we can go through life, and happiness is a choice. And so should, if happiness is a choice, so should movement and fitness be a choice. And how you want to live your lifestyle should be a choice, right? Not because you want to lose weight. If you take away all that weight loss and look at it as, okay, why do I want to get healthy? Maybe it's because you want to live a healthy lifestyle, because maybe it's going to give you a step closer to giving you more energy throughout your day, instead of relying on 6 cups of coffee or an energy drink. Really truly finding a way to step into loving who you are as a person, loving your body. So we really step in as a mind and body coach. I really want to step in to get to know you even more so in a way that's going to help me guide you to living the lifestyle that you desire and deserve and want to live. So that's
all right. That's awesome. Yes, I like that. Audience, I like to point out nuggets here, and Rachel has given us so much. I just can't keep up. So make sure that this is one of those podcasts that you want to go back and listen to again, probably, because she has given so much information right out of the gate that there's a lot of things in here, a lot of nuggets that you can pick up on. Now, the name of Rachel's site is sassystrongmom.com. What's with the name Sassy Strong Mom, Rachel?
Oh, let me dive into that. So when I created Sassy Strong Mom, it was actually it went through a kind of a revamp. It was called Sassy Mom Fitness, but I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. That wasn't where I didn't feel that was what truly who I was as a person. And as I'm growing in my own authentic self, I changed the name. Sassy is still the same, and Strong and Mom still. So it really truly has a meaning to me. So the Sassy means, if you break it down in acronym, S stands for strong. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually difficult to break. And the A stands for acceptance, accepting yourself as you are, accepting yourself when you fail, you're going to get back up and be stronger. So that relates to each other. And then the other S stands for sexy. You know what? We have to feel sexy in our own bodies to be able to really shine the light outside and feel sexy outside. We internally have to feel sexy inside before we can actually feel the outside. You have to feel it inside. You have to feel sexy. It's all about bringing that sexy back, and it's all about really stepping in and finding that true sexiness inside of our soul, inside of ourselves, and then so we can really take that light and just shine really bright. Mm-hmm. And then the next S, it stands for shape. You have to love the shape you are right now to be able to shape the life that you desire and want to have.
Gotcha.
Yes. And then the last one is why. You have to say yes to your no's and honor your no's with your yeses, but also honor yourself with your yeses that you truly want to do. So it's really about honoring your yeses to your no's and honoring your yeses to your yeses. And it's okay to feel, it's not about feeling guilty about saying no. It's okay to say no. So yes to no's and saying yeses to the yeses. And the strong stands for just being strong. Strong being, when you fall down, you're going to be strong. You're going to get back up. And because I look at myself, I had an eating disorder. Then I suffered from, I was a teen mom, and then I had an eating disorder, and then I went to a diet disorders, and I was on this roller coaster for so long, but I still am here. So it's being strong in your own body, being able to show up for yourself and just showing that you have the strength and you have the courage and you're strong inside your own body. So that's what that means. And then the mom stands for movements of motion, because we're always moving in life. We're always moving.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I love that. Very nice. Yes. Just the name Sassy Strong Mom itself is very, it makes you feel empowered. But to break it down like that, that's awesome. I love it. Love it. Now, you're a mom of how many kids?
I'm a mom of 2 boys. So my first one's a lot older, obviously. He'll be 26 in August. Mm-hmm. And I have a 7-year-old, soon to be 8 in August.
All right. Wow. So, Rachel has done the journey here, so she definitely understands what it's like. But can you share with us the relevance? Just so my audience can really connect with who you are and your experience, share with us the relevance of this entire journey of fitness and correcting your lifestyle and eating well and having a strong, healthy body to being a mom. How important is it for a mom to really have a strong, healthy body?
Well, as a mother of 2 boys, my older one's gone. He doesn't live with us anymore, but he lived with us for a while, a short period of time. I see my son, my 7-year-old, kind of mimic me in wanting to eat healthy, wanting to work out with me. He asked me questions like, why do you do that? And what does that work out? And so he's really lots of questions. He asks me a lot of questions. And as a mother, I know our world is full of chaos because you're either driving your kids to here to there. And yet, especially when your kids get out of the home, they go off to college, you're by yourself. And now you're like, now what do I do? Because therefore you've been taking care of them so much that you forget, like, whoa, now I have all this time. Now what am I going to do? But now it's really important to take care of yourself before that. Because when you get to to a certain age, I feel like we have to grace with our age gracefully. So it's really about taking care of our bodies now, so our bodies will take care of us as we get older.
Yes.
As we become older our kids are going to be grown up, and depending on when you had children, it's really about gracefully aging in our bodies. You can gracefully age beautifully if you take care of yourself now, because learning all the strategies and tools and things that I can show you and teach you is really how you can embrace your lifestyle even better and step into really creating a lifestyle that's going to be easy for you, and it's going to be graceful. It's going to have some happiness to it. Because I feel like life, there's a quote that I wrote back there that says, time is precious, but our happiness is more precious.
Yes.
So that is our Sassy Strong quote that we stand by. And I feel that as a mom, we are pulled in many different directions. We are going to basketball game, practices, whatever it is, and we totally forget to put ourselves, I know it's difficult to put ourselves first, but if we, like I said earlier, if we don't take care of ourselves and our health and finding the right movement and finding how we want to move, no one's going to take care of us but ourselves. And we have to realize, okay, if it takes you only 10 minutes to do a bathroom workout, then that's what you do. You just find a way to make it fit your schedule, not the other way around. Make it fit your lifestyle. Make it fit your way of how you are. If you only have 10 minutes to go up and down the stairs for 10 minutes and that's your workout, then that's your workout. Going to maybe walking at your lunch hour. It's really finding what's going to keep you moving, movements in motion. That's what we do throughout life. And that's what's super important, to move our bodies so we can gracefully age into a beautiful, way of gracefully aging our bodies with ease, grace, and happiness. Because I feel like as we age, we really want our bodies to work with us and not against us.
Right.
I think when we find the right way to live our lifestyles that fits us, not the way society tells us to live, I feel like when you find that, it will create the happiness in your heart and soul. Trust me, it will. And then you'll really want to align yourself with making healthier choices, not just with your eating, but when you do that, every area of your life will be positive. You'll make choices that are going to fit your lifestyle. They're going to help you maybe ask for help. You'll be able to ask for help if you need it. You won't feel guilty if you say no to something. You'll learn to live a really abundance and embrace your health with abundance, and learn to really feel that you are living life to the fullest and you are becoming the best vision of yourself through making choices that are going to best fit you and your life.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Now you talk about lifestyle a lot, and this I can totally relate to. When it was about 5 years ago, I had wanted to improve just me overall. And so because of that, I wanted to really just work out and do all these different things that I thought would improve my body. So I hired a trainer. I enrolled in this gym program and hired a trainer. And at the time, I was about 47, 48. So it was very, very taxing on my body. He tried to make me out of a bodybuilder. It was, oh my gosh. And then one day I just woke up and I said, I just can't do this anymore. I did that for about 3 or 4 years. Didn't really lose a whole lot of weight. I improved my eating, the way that I ate, maintained my weight. And so I definitely can relate to lifestyle, because I just woke up one day and said, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this lifestyle anymore. Working out for an hour, 3 days a week, lifting weights, and really just pushing it to the max was really taking a toll on my body. Mm-hmm. And so, You talked about lifestyle a lot. And on your website, you talk about lifestyle guidance. Can you, which is kind of a new term, lifestyle guidance, can you elaborate for my audience what you mean when you say lifestyle guidance?
What I mean by that, as we age, as we age, our bodies will start to change. And therefore we have to create a lifestyle around that. So like gaining weight, hormone changes, learning how our bodies work for us. And when you create, what I mean by a lifestyle guidance is really tapping into your body and your mind and finding what will work for you and your lifestyle. Because I said, it's not one size fits all. It's really about finding a lifestyle that's going to feed your body what it needs, because everyone's different and their needs and their desires. And with a lifestyle, what I mean by lifestyle guidance is really guiding you and supporting you and finding a lifestyle that's going to work best for you and your needs. Because as I have aged and I'll say I'm in my 40s, and as I aged, I noticed changes in my own body, and I had to do this way of eliminating things that were causing a lot of inflammation in my gut and causing a lot of things that I noticed that I didn't like anymore, and changing my skincare products, changing my hair product. I mean, I really had to step. That's what I mean by lifestyle guidance. Is really, you have to discover, because what we put on, not just what we put in our mouth, but what we put on our skin and our hair can affect our hormones and affect us because it goes, remember, what we put on our skin, in our face, goes into our body, because our skin is the biggest organ in our bodies, and all the little thousands and thousands of pores that we have on our skin, not just our face but our skin, goes into our bloodstream and goes into our bodies. Correct. So what we're putting on our skin can have effect on also our hormones. I mean, I'm learning about a thyroid. I'm always, as a mind and body coach, I am always learning, because I want to learn and I want to share with you and be able to guide you the right way to really find the true meaning of a lifestyle change and how to thrive and survive during that. So my guidance is to help you maybe make a little bit of small steps to smart lasting change, not just in your eating, but also in other areas of your life. So that is what that's what a lifestyle guidance is. It's really creating a way that's going to work for you and your life, because not everyone's lifestyles are the same. And it has to have these fundamental keywords that I'm going to describe right now. It has to be maintainable. It has to be sustainable. It has to be achievable. It has to be realistic. And it has to be affordable for it to work for you. Because you could do all these things, but it's really about finding a lifestyle that's going to have those beautiful things for you, the sustainable, maintainable, achievable, realistic, and affordable. Because then if it's that, then you can be able to maintain a lifestyle that's going to fit your life and your needs and your desires and your wants, and not feel like it's taking away from you. It's providing you with a lifestyle that's going to give you energy, abundance, and joy in your life.
Yes. And those the key things that you mentioned just now is very, very important, because those are some of the things, just like with any coaching program, actually, that stops people from getting the help they need and moving forward. They feel it's something they can't do. They feel it's something they can't continue doing every month after month after month. It's not affordable. It's taxing on their pockets, on their finances. And so, those are all key points you just made. Thank you for that. I really like that. Now, you talked quite a bit. One of the questions that I definitely wanted to ask you, because I saw that on your website, and you've talked quite a bit about that, was your eating disorder. In addition, you even talked about your dieting disorder. Now, So I'm going to flip my question around a little bit, because when you talk about a dieting disorder, a lot of people do not see dieting as a disorder. When you are continually trying, and I'm assuming that's what you mean when you're saying a diet disorder, you're continually trying one diet after another, trying to reach some goal or what have you. Can you talk a little bit about dieting disorder?
Well, for my experience in the diet disorder world, I went from one, diet to another, because, like I said, I wasn't educated on why I'm doing this these diets. They're just a quick fix for me, right? Quick fix, get it over with, lose the weight, I'm done. But at the end of the diet disorder, doesn't teach you, like, okay, now here's the next step after you're done with this diet. Let me tell you how to do this, live a lifestyle without a diet. But let me, since you lost the weight, let's go to the next phase. It didn't teach me anything. So guess what? I gained all the weight back. And then I'm here again. I'm going on the next diet because it's the next best thing out there. And here I go again. But in the end, it did not teach me again how to live a lifestyle without a diet. So then again, here I go. That's what I mean by a diet disorder. You're continuing living a diet disorder. So I can't remember who said this, so I can't give credit to that person right now because I don't remember who said this. But if you take the T out of diet, guess what it says? Die.
That's awful, but yes, true.
Yeah. So you're particularly killing yourself because you want to fit in the skinny jeans, or here comes summertime and you want to get bikini ready.
Yes.
But it's really it's not a quick, my programs are not quick fixes. It's really diving in and taking small steps. And I have to show you and give you tools so you can continue living that lifestyle by yourself. And then if you do need to check in with me, you can check in with me, because I guide you and give you all the action steps you'll need. And hopefully you'll keep all those action steps. And then you'll do them throughout your life once you learn how to live a lifestyle that you want to live. And so in reality, it's really about being true to who you are as a person. And when you're going to, if you decide to do a diet, you have to ask yourself, what are my reasons for doing this diet? Is it going to teach me what I need? And after this diet's over, what action steps am I going to take next to keep the weight that I have lost off?
Very good point.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that. Now, currently, I want to relate this to something that I'm currently doing. Because I've done a number of different diets, if you will. And then I tried to change my lifestyle, the way that I eat, and the way that I move. So currently, I am making sure that I'm moving some way 5 days a week in a way that feels good for me, whether it's walking, I do some yoga, I do a little bit of light weightlifting, some body exercises, that kind of stuff. But I do something that feels good for me. Mm-hmm. And I always work on my core. Mm-hmm. But I have also started, because, I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm 53. And so what I found since I've gotten older is that I have how should I put it? I guess a lesser desire for food. I just don't really care to eat as much as I would before. So currently, and I started this I kind of fell into this pattern and just decided to make it a lifestyle. I currently am on a 16/8 intermittent fasting.
I heard about that.
But it's become a lifestyle for me, really. And it works well. I only eat 8 hours a day. In that 8 hour period, I eat 3 meals. A great portion of that time I'm sleeping in my 16-hour fast. But it has worked well for me. Now, whether or not I'm losing weight or not, I don't know, but I feel better. And the reason I don't know is because I don't weigh myself like that. The only thing, and I want your input on this, I'm telling you all of this to kind of give you, to get your input on this. The only thing that I have not really been doing is really keeping track of, which I hate to, my calorie count, how much food I'm intaking, how many carbs, how many proteins, how much fat, my macros. I haven't been keeping track of any of that. And I don't really, really want to. How important is all of that, Rachel?
Well, as a person who was on a diet disorder that lived for a long time, I used to keep track of calorie counting, and I don't do that anymore. So your question is, what you could do is really think about this way. Our bodies only need so much energy to get through the day, right? I heard about the fasting, and I think that's a great approach if that's what something you could do, if you can try it and it works, because it's a lifestyle. So you eat for the 8 hours, and then your body is able. Because if you think about it this way, what through my training I have taken, you're supposed to eat like a queen for breakfast. And then you're supposed to eat like a king for lunch. Then you're supposed to eat like a bird for dinner. Let me tell you the reason why. You should not eat past 6 because your body gets, I know sometimes it doesn't work out for everyone, but here's my reason why. Because after a certain time, your body gets ready for bed. Mm-hmm. So when you eat too late, your body's just going to store it as fat. So in this fasting part that you're talking about, what is it called again? I'm sorry. What is it called?
It's called intermittent fasting.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so when you're doing that, your body starts to burn everything. It starts to recover because when you're sleeping, this is where your body recovers. It heals itself. It takes care of itself when you're at rest. And so it's super important. I mean, there's another episode about sleep, why sleep's important. So when you're sleeping, this is when your body is able to heal itself, give it what it needs to heal. All the nutrients that you've been eating all day, it's going to start taking it and using it all up. And so when I talked about eating like a king for lunch, because the sun is at the highest, and guess what? We run off of sun energy, like the sun, like the plants and the vegetables that you eat in your belly, go in your belly. Guess what? The sun makes them grow, right? Water, sun, right? Well, when we eat our meal where the sun's at the highest, our body temperature goes up and your metabolism starts to increase, and you just start to burn. You start to your body's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. And the sun's at the highest and everything's working. We're all connected, people. We're all connected. And so it works. Our bodies work well with the sun and the energy and the food we're going to get that the sun helped grow, and the water and all that great stuff. So we are, working together. As for breakfast, I get up early. I get up at 4:30 a.m. I don't eat until about 10. Okay. Here's the reason why. Because I'm not really hungry until 10. So why am I going to force my body something when I'm not really truly hungry? So guess what? That's when I start to eat, and then I stop eating at 6 o'clock. And that's truly what I've done and that's my lifestyle as well. And I put more fiber in my diet because guess what? Fiber keeps you fuller. So the F stands for fuller, fiber fuller. And it keeps you full throughout the day. So always have some fiber in your eating when you're eating your food, because that's going to help keep fuller. So when I eat a big lunch, I make sure I have my fiber in there, because guess what? It keeps me full till about 3, and then I have a small little snack, and then I eat my dinner.
Very nice. So,
yeah.
And very similar to what I do, Rachel. Yeah. So I just kind of fell into this, but it's very similar to what I do. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I looked into it and I did my research about this, because I'm like, there's so much gone ho on it that I went to look at it, and I was like, oh, it's really, benefit for people like who have diabetes and that kind of stuff you should always ask your doctor. I'm not recommending this, but
Right.
I'm just saying when I was doing my research, that's what I was reading. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I noticed even before this fasting thing that I found and this research and heard about, I was already doing it. I was like, oh, I'm already doing this. Oh, that's why it's working. Yes, I lost some weight, and yes, I feel like I wasn't trying to lose weight, guys. I was just doing it. It's a lifestyle that I want to live that is going to work for me.
Right.
So you have to find what's going to work for you. And this worked for me. And then I just been living it for like a long time. I notice if I eat after 6, I get bloated and gassy and my stomach's upset.
Yes.
So, yeah. That's why I stopped eating after 6. I was like, oh, my body's getting ready for bed. And if I eat after 6, this is how I feel. I don't want to feel that way anymore. So after 6, I don't eat anything. I drink water still. And that's what I do. And I drink hot water at night before I go to bed because I just need something in my throat. And that's what I do. And in the morning, before I even eat, I always have my hot lemon water with cayenne pepper. Not too much cayenne pepper because it's really spicy herb, and so, or spice, I should say. And I drink that every morning, and that's what I have in the morning. And then I have my tea, my black tea, and then at 10 o'clock I eat my breakfast.
I need to try that hot lemon water with cayenne. I've been saying I was going to try that for a while because I, like you, I don't get up at 4 o'clock, bless your heart. But I usually get up around 8 in the mornings, and I probably do not really eat until about 11 or 12.
Okay.
And so, yeah, just to be able to, and I'm in that time I'm drinking, I drink my coffee with just a little cream in it. And then, but I probably, I've heard that hot water with lemon is really good for kind of like flushing your system or something.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, during that 4:30 a.m., I am meditating and I am praying, and then I do the workout. So that's why I get up so early in the morning. If everyone's thinking, why does she get up so early in the morning? And that's when I really start thinking more. I'm a morning person, so that's when the thoughts in my head start to come. And so I'm morning. I'm not an evening person. I'm not a night owl. I'm more of a morning person. I'm just like,
I'm the opposite. I'm a night owl. So it just, yeah. So, awesome. I love that. Now I'll tell you what my request is for you, Rachel. I wish someone would come out with a website that would kind of, and maybe I'm just not finding that website, that kind of gives me all the brands of foods that would help me to not have to read all these labels to find the most, nutritious types of food for me. Like, if I'm looking for bagels, what's the best bagels that are the most nutritious for me? It's on this website. Or if I'm looking for fiber, which now you mentioned fiber, I need to do some research and figure out what things I need to eat for fiber. What's the best brands of those things? So I wish someone would come out with something like that.
Well, maybe I will.
Yes, that's my request.
I like to learn and I like to do the research because I want to give that and implement it to you guys. I mean, I learn, I implement it, I share it. I do like Facebook Lives every Thursday. I'm not sure about this Thursday, but I do them every Thursday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. And I always pick a topic to choose to talk about. And I do my research, and I really want to share this information with you because I think, like you said, reading labels are super important. Like, what do you look for? Like, ingredients wise, and what is that? I mean, I have totally get it. So that's, maybe I will do the research and maybe write like something on my blog and say, here's like information on healthy foods where you can pick it at, or I could do the label reading for you. I mean, I really do love that. And I know that people talk about lifestyles are expensive. So that's something maybe I could do down the road too is like go grocery shopping and on a budget, because I know people are all on a budget, right? And that's not how we are too. So I know food's expensive because I do the grocery shopping in the house. So I know that it can be expensive. So if you want to eat healthy, yes, but not necessarily, because if you look at it, there's always sales going around somewhere. Farmers markets in the summer are amazing because they are affordable and you can eat healthy. You don't have to buy a lot, because at farmers markets, they don't put that stuff on them that keep the parasites, I believe, or that spray thing. I can't remember what it was called, but
Right.
your fruit and vegetables are going to stay for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, I believe about farmers markets and, really, really just being more mindful and thoughtful of what you are consuming and putting in your body, but also on your skin, your hair, all those, things that, we do as women. And so it's just really it's really not being on a diet. It's just it's really understanding the why behind the why, like understanding why you want to eat healthy. Why are you eating whole foods? Why are you doing this? Okay. And really understanding why you're doing it and what is the benefits of doing it, and what is your action steps to be able to keep doing this. And it's just really about finding the place where a lifestyle that's going to fit your needs and it has to be sustainable, maintainable, achievable, realistic, and affordable for your needs and wants and desires to live a healthy lifestyle. And it can be, there's no rules to movement, no rules to eating. You don't have to go do a crazy HIIT class. Just finding the right movement that your body loves to move, and it will feed you. Trust me, it will feed you the energy. And you're like, oh my God, where is this coming from? And you'll feel like, okay, I want to make healthier choices. I want to eat for energy because this is going to provide me energy to get not just through my workout or my movement, but also through my entire day.
Very nice. Yes. Now, Rachel has a free gift for the audience, and she is offering a free clarity breakthrough session.
Yes.
And on her, on my website, on my podcast page, where her podcast will be posted, all the information will be there with the link to schedule your clarity breakthrough session. And also on her website, she has a free restaurant healthy eating guide that you can use. I love that, because sometimes when you are wanting to eat out, you are not always sure what is healthy to eat. So if you go to her website, sassystrongmom.com, and I will have all of this on her podcast page on my website, inspiredwomenamazinglives.com is where the podcast will post. I'll have all of this information there, but she's giving you a free clarity breakthrough session. I love it. Nice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the breakthrough session will be like 30 minutes of your time. So it's not going to be longer than that. And it's free. And we get to talk about just really, discovering what your desires and wants and needs are, and, and what other programs you've done. And we really kind of get to know each other. You get to know me, and it's going to be through Zoom. So you get to see me. So don't worry, you get to meet me. If you feel like that's not how you want to meet, and I totally get it, you can always say, I just want to meet by phone or even Facebook Messenger, however you want. It's really how you want to meet with me. And it does ask those questions, like, how do you want me to, like, you want to meet by phone? Here's what, give me your phone number. Or if you prefer Messenger, that's fine. But mostly the calls will be done on Zoom.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much. I appreciate you being my guest here today. We're about to wrap this up, but before we do, I'd love it if you would just leave my audience. This is always the thing. We leave them in a better place. So if you leave my audience with one thing that they could take away from this and put in one actionable item that they can do right now to get themselves a little bit closer to moving towards a healthy lifestyle, what would that be?
I would have to say when you're taking action steps, you have to educate yourself. Then you have to prepare to take action on those things. So I would say when you're taking small steps to smart change, one thing, work on one thing that you want to change, and what's the action behind that. And then when you complete it, just cross it out, you complete it, put it somewhere where you see it though. You have to see it, otherwise you're going to forget about it. On your calendar, on your phone, like a phone, like an alarm clock that tells you, okay, you got to do this. So it's really about, that working on that one thing that you truly want to work on, truly want to, like you really want it deep down inside your soul. And then you're going to write down, maybe it's learning something, I don't know, whatever it may be. And then you're going to take those action steps to take that, preparing yourself for these action steps. And, however you want to take your action steps could be like a big motivating factor, anchors, whatever. And then you're going to see it somewhere so you can see it. Because if you don't see it, you're not going to do it. So you have to know that when you're taking an action, you have to see that action in front of you so you can take that action to complete whatever it is that you want to work on that one thing. And then again, work on something else the next day. That's all I can give you guys today.
Awesome. Very nice. Yes. Well, it was great having you on Inspired Women, Amazing Lives podcast today, Rachel. And audience, definitely check out the podcast page. I will have all of Rachel's information there, where to find her on Facebook, where to find her on Instagram, where to find her on her website with all of her amazing talents and advice for the audience. And we will see you next time. Remember to like, comment, and definitely share this episode with some amazing woman in your life that really, really needs this. So until next time, have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Inspired Women, Amazing Lives podcast, where we help women to be truly inspired to live their most amazing lives. Please subscribe to the podcast to be notified of new content every week. Feel free to like, comment, and share with the woman who inspires you most. I hope to see you on the next episode.